How's the audio? Somebody in the chat, let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, it's good. All right, bet. So, man, let's talk about this Grammy Awards, man. Shout out to all the winners, but K Dot, he ain't deserve album of the year over the Clips, man. They robbed the Clips. The Grammys always do it. They always compromise to the machine. Never over the talent or the artistry. Never over the artistry. Hands down, Clips had the best album of 2025, 2026 so far. Rollout, production, visuals, lyrics, overall, it was better than Kendrick Lamar's album, hands down. Kendrick Lamar album came out 2024, 2025. How is this still getting Grammy Album of the Year in 2026? I don't get it. The Clips was robbed. The Clips was robbed. The Clips was robbed. The Clips was robbed. That's all I watched the Grammys for, was to see the Clips win Album of the Year. They robbed. They ain't also robbed them. They robbed my man Stove God Cooks of his first Grammy, man. Like come on, man. Like last year, and this ain't no shade to Kendrick, but last year, um, he was looking like Michael Jackson. He had an arm full of Grammys for that album. Y'all still like now now I'm kind of feeling what Drake saying. All this is being paid for. Interscope, all this is being paid for. They paying for this. They paying for this. That album was not that hot, man. Nobody is not bumping that. I don't care where I go. I don't hear nobody ever play Kendrick music, bro. I don't care where I'm not in the club, not in the car, not in the crib. I don't hear people play Kendrick music, man. This is what I'm saying, man. This is why real artists get discouraged for the Grammy Awards every year. They put a big discouragement on the craftsmanship and the time that was took. That rollout that the Clips did for that album was immaculate. Y'all robbed y'all Grammys. Y'all did bad. Y'all did bad. Y'all did bad. Y'all did bad. Who's on these committees? I want to know who's on these committees because y'all doing bad. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, the politics is crazy. Gen X wasn't better. It wasn't better. It wasn't better than It wasn't better than Let God Sort Them Out. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all trying to make this seem like it was Thriller or something. It was only a few good cuts on that joint. Y'all let Dolce win Album of the Year last year over that. So y'all telling me y'all gonna have Kendrick repeat, come back from my album from 2 years ago, almost a year and a half ago, to compete with the Clips? Shout out to the Clips for winning rap performance, man. Like for real, y'all know y'all supposed to gay that to the Clips, man. Y'all supposed to gay that to the Clips. That is not fair. The game is rigged. That's why nobody believe in the music business no more, especially with the Grammys. And this goes to show you right that we don't honor the Soul Train Awards. We don't honor BET. We ain't honor hip hop awards. the biggest stars in hip hop and R&B never hardly show up for the BET or the Black Awards, but we show up for every one of these supposed to be prestigious music awards, and they always snap us, always mud in the face, always. I'm gonna tell it like it is. Grammys, y'all did bad. Kendrick is hip hop. Who cares about the awards? It's the distraction. Life is the distraction. Life is the distraction. Period. Anything in your life is a distraction. Y'all keep always talking about it's a distraction, a distract. We've been distracted for years, and we can't control nothing. We can't control the government. We can't control wars. We can't control nothing. So what you gonna do? Pull out your hair, stress out, and worry about something you have no control of? I was taught to worry about the things you can control and put in the things that you cannot control. Put in God's hands. That's what I was taught. All this fear mongering and worry, whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. We don't have no control over it. Yeah, they was robbed. They was definitely robbed. Do y'all think that had something to do? I see Jay didn't show up to the awards this year. Do y'all think it has something to do with that this so-called Epstein list thing? Because 2 days before the awards, this is when this is pops out. Yo, the game is rigged, man. The game is rigged. The game is rigged. And if you want to come here for the positive internet energy truth, you come here. I'm telling you, the game is rigged. Wait the albums out. If you need to, go listen to GNX versus the Clips album. Nowhere in the world that one album of the year over this album in 2026. Y'all already let him be triumph. And it ain't no shade to Kendrick, but he didn't beat the Clips. He left with the trophy, but they won that. Guaranteed. Last year, not like us, yeah. Nah, Kendrick ain't win that, bro. Stop it. Kendrick ain't win that. For the fact that Kendrick, like, yo, how many times can you, how many years can they put an album as the best album, man? And all that. How can he still be in these categories that he swept the Grammys last year for the rap? How he going? How is he going? How they going to even put Kendrick in? Like it was, it was dope albums that came out this year that wasn't even nominated. Let's talk about that. It's about it's about who record label, who got the biggest budget, who gonna pay for the awards is bought. Grammys are bought. They're not earned. I ain't never. No, I ain't gonna even answer that. But yeah, man, the Clips was robbed. The Clips was robbed. And that bothers me, man, because that's why a lot of art like a lot of artists be so worried about the achievement and the accolades that when they don't win, they go in a dark place because they really know that they project was deserving of that award. Over like when you better, the people talk, they was mad, man. Y'all did bad, Grammys. This might be my last year watching the Grammys because every year y'all do bad. Cardi B album was not better than Travis Travis Scott album, and she won over that. Popularity and payments, man. P&P, that's what it is. Popularity and payments over true artistry. Like how y'all be doing that? Like what albums are y'all listening to? And I'm not even a big Travis Scott fan, but I listened to his albums to know enough that Cardi album wasn't better than his to win best Grammy album. Like y'all are wildin', bro. Popularity, politics, and payment (PPP). That's what the game is ran off. If you're not paying, if you're not popular, you're not. If you're not popping, everything is paid for, man. There's nothing earned. You can't. It don't pay to be a artist that's working off of artistry. You know what I'm saying? What happened to the Brooklyn Way? We doing a Brooklyn Way movie. Brooklyn Way ran its course. If you notice, man, web series is not big anymore. That ran its course. I think web series ran its course. Like stopped being like after 2021. Like after people came outside from a pandemic, after everybody binge watched everything. I think that's when people got off of web series. You know what I'm saying? Respect Life, rest in peace to Boom Ping. After that kind of faded out, I stopped watching web series. I still, to this day, will go back and watch Money and Violence, and I'll definitely go watch Respect Life, because Respect Life had to be one of the best scripted uh, web series was. But yeah, Brooklyn Way, we working towards a movie. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. The trial, it was fun. It was a great experience. I've gained a new audience doing the Brooklyn Way as an actor, so I'm appreciative. I'm not tripping about nothing. This ran its course. You know what I'm saying? It kept me relevant when music didn't. So shout out to Gap Murder and the whole Brooklyn Way cast, man. It's appreciative. It was a great experience, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's tuned in tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna still do the interview with Kyle from Respect Life. Yeah, that's coming soon. But yeah, the clips was raw, man. I don't believe in the political system of the music business no more. It's too political. When you can sway the people with payola, it's over. It's over. Can't believe in the game no more. understand what he's saying. But yeah, man, the Clips was that I know they was hurt, man. They went home with something tonight, but they ain't go home for what they came for, and they deserved it. You know what I'm saying? But they knew they couldn't. They had to give them one because they knew they was gonna nab them on the one that they wanted. So that's why it's a funny game. They'll give you what you want, but not what you need. They needed that album of the year for leverage. Because as bad as it is, being a Grammy winner for album of the year, like look how long it took for Beyonce to win album of the year. She got 20 something Grammys. You know, she got a lot of, she got double digit Grammys, and it took her to do a country western album, Cowboy Carter, to win album of the year. When she had album of the year for many years, material wise, but she won for that album. You see how they play us? You see, they gave it to her in a genre that she didn't even want it for. She didn't want album of the year for Cowboy Carter. Cowboy Carter, that was a gimmicky album because everybody at the time was doing country music. She wanted to win for like Dangerously in Love and stuff like that. All the great, great, great classical work gets overlooked due to what people take as a gimmick. Since it was popular and had people running around in cowboy hats and all that, that's why they took to it. Anything that downgrades our true culture from hip hop and R&B, once it's overlooked, they salute it when they want it. You know what I'm saying? They want to give it to her for the music they wanted to give it to her for. Not because it was good, not because it was her best work, just because of what it was and what it represented. The other music didn't represent the album of the year in their eyes, which it was material wise, man. I don't know what albums these committees be listening to, but uh Grammys, y'all gotta get it together because y'all be doing artists real foul. Who's still jacking? People was watching the Grammys all night. I watched it. I watched it on my phone. Y'all did bad. Y'all did bad. Y'all gotta get y'all gotta get normal people that naturally love music on these committees that's judging these albums. Cause if you like, you gotta be a straight Kendrick Lamar fan to appreciate Kendrick's music. Kendrick still, to me, he never topped Mad City. Mad City was Kendrick's best body of work to me. Lyrically, sonically, production, um, creativity, visuals. I give that album. I put that album to one of the all top rap albums of all time. Mad City was crazy. All the other albums, uh, not so much for me. They were good albums. They were cool. But Mad City, it took me somewhere. It was very descriptive. I love when people get descriptive with their music. But now when you start making music just for the masses of the population of the people that's controlling things, that's when it get touchy. It's just like the music always been freedom. So when they take the freedom away from us in the music, what do we have? Music gets us through a lot of times, good times and bad times. I know if it wasn't for D Nice, I probably would have went crazy in the quarantine. All I did was listen to D Nice lives. That's what kept me through. I wasn't even smoking really in the quarantine like that. Maybe here and there because the weed was. I was having ill dreams. Everyone, which I know everybody was. It's just like they figured out a way how to control us, scare us up, this, that, and the third. Send out. our anxieties all the way through the roof, and then trap us in the house for over 100 days. Man, after people came out within the quarantine, nobody wanted to beef. People just wanted to have fun, vacation, and nobody wanted no problems or nothing. That's why I say, and that built a more short attention span because you got to check it like this, right? Everybody was working remotely from home. Kids was remotely working from school, and then normal people that you know, between working a 9 to 5 at home remotely, a lot of people was, you know, being essential workers, stuff like that. And the other regular people that ain't, that was laid off, they binge watch Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, stuff like that. So your mind was consuming so much things to try to keep your mind off of really what was going on in the world. So by the time it was for you to come outside, you ain't have the attention span to even look at a program because you consume so much. It was like, all right, what I'm going to watch now? It was like I done watched everything. It was like things that you might have not seen like ever started. Like I remember, I forgot. Maybe it was. I forgot what series it was that I started watching, but I didn't watch it when it first came on. Maybe I was probably 3 years wait. Snowfall. Started watching Snowfall within the pandemic and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you build a small attention span by overlooking at things, and that's what we did. And that's what the music business is now. Everything is microwavable. Nothing is ran off of pure talent and ingenuity of um, being a MC anymore. Everything is just off of TikTok and whatever gimmicky and whatever they feel that they can control you with. But yeah, man. But yeah, but that's the game. We can sit here all day and just talk about how the game is rigged. That's why Will Smith back in the days was boycotting the Grammys. That's why Jay-Z and Dame was boycotting the Grammys because they never play fair. You know what I'm saying? And the people that's in the game, they know that a lot of spots, a lot of popularity, a lot of achievement, a lot of accolades is being bought. And it's not fair to the people that actually take their time out a year, 2 years, 3 years out they life, um, confined to a studio just to create the music to bring it to their fans to get the accolades, to get these achievements. You know what I'm saying? Because we all competitive and we all want to win, but when is it going to be fair? When are we going to start giving the achievements to the people that actually achieved and won? When are we going to stop putting popularity over potency for music? You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't have R&B no more. We don't have nothing we can call our own no more. Rap is all over the place. Things they call it hip hop, and you know what I'm saying. And everything, rhythm and blues is rhythm and blues. Jazz is jazz. Modern is modern. Classical is classical. Rap is rap. All these other genres y'all create a genre for the name. Y'all came up with a genre for drill rap, and that's dying out. That culture is dying out because the companies are starting to see that investing in drill rappers is not profitable anymore. And you can't make hit records off of drill music. That's why they killed it. They oversaturated, got what they got from it. Watch a bunch of young black and Hispanic kids die and go to jail forever from it, and then they block it out because it's not profitable for them. They don't want that type of profit because it's too expensive for them. the publicity. They don't want, you know what I'm saying, the bad backlash and stuff. So that's why drill rap is dying. And the kids that stuck doing it is only going to reach a certain surface. It's only going to reach YouTube and be local to disrupt it and kind of control what in the masses in the streets. Other than that, it's not gonna make hit records. It's not gonna be sold. It's not nothing you can sell merch off of. That's what the game. This is what the game is shows you. You know what I'm saying? All the drill rap. Nobody listen to drill rap no more. Only ones that listen to drill rap is the young kids that's actually out here doing these things. And if you're not doing the things that these kids is doing, you can't relate to them. You know what I'm saying? You can't relate to these kids. You ain't going through the pain these young kids is going through. And they going through self-inflicted pain because they have nothing else to look forward to. It's different when you growing up in poverty-stricken hoods and all you got is drug dealing and gang activity and police harassment and like what, like if you think about it, right? A lot of people is becoming diabetics, stuff like that, right? Diabetics, right? What can you eat in the hood? Chinese food, Jamaican food, Spanish food, sandwiches. The juice bars, we don't use them for the right things. We use the things that are supposed to be healthy for us as intoxicants to get intoxicated. You know what I'm saying? We go get the bark shots and the and the ginger gongs and the megas and the tiger bones, and we use it to get tipsy off and twisted off instead of taking it for what it's meant for. You know what I'm saying? We overindulging in things it's crazy the way what way we've been trained to think. It's crazy to for the things that we are trained to think, and the way that we consume things, from music to literature to, you know what I'm saying, to movies. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up I'm a '79 baby, so I grew up in the era of the '80s and '90s, and even the films, the movies, they don't. If we ain't doing some something suspect, they not showing uh, positive role models no more. They not showing, everything is um, sexually motivated, financially motivated, um, media motivated, social media engagement, popularity. It's no it's no room for purists no more. It's no like if you're a purist, you just wasting your heart and soul on the culture, because the culture that we all grow to love, that we know as hip hop, is dying right in front of us. If you can't see that, waiting for a few years, it's kind of like with people thought jazz, like you don't really hear too many like jazz artists nowadays. They very underground. You know what I'm saying? You got to catch them. You know what I'm saying? That's how hip hop is going to become, because it's oversaturated and it makes a lot of money. And with comes money comes power, and what comes with money and power comes control. And they don't want us to have that power, that money, or that control. So they're gonna make it harder for us to get it, because they seen that we were so creative with this skill set of rhyming and being entertainers, that they couldn't control it. It got out. It got out of their hands to where they couldn't control it. The only way they can control it is by um, the system. That's the only way they control by like licensing our music and signing us to these labels and doing all these deals. I don't care what type of deal you do. Even when you sell your catalog, yeah, you're gonna be rich. You're gonna be very wealthy. You might have not even made the money that you would have made off your catalog if you didn't sell it. But you don't own nothing. They always trick us because they give you 100 million and they gonna make 1 billion off of it. They gonna make 900 million more than what you made off of it. They give you. Why you think they giving you the money? You think they not going? You think somebody's gonna give you 250 million, 150 million, 300 million, 400 million for a catalog that they can't make money off of? Man, your songs are gonna be in movies, commercials, advertisement. You ain't gonna have no control over it because you gonna have that 100 million, and they know 9 times out of 10 you gonna spend it. You gonna run through it because you think you got 100 million. You got 100 million, but you spent something that costs 10 million. 10 million out of 100 million is a lot of money. You start spending a mil here, a mil there, and then next thing you know, you like down to 35 M's. And 35 M's is million, but it ain't 100 M's when you had 100. People don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? It's about ownership. You know what I'm saying? Over time, if if you just grind it out and over time, you'll make that money. Your family will make it if you take care of your business the right way. See, that's the thing that they don't tell you. You gotta conduct yourself in the music business. You gotta have some type of business uh, um, assessment in your life, as far as this music business. Because if you don't, you're not gonna know where your money gonna be. So this is why I be trying to come here and tell y'all. This is like, stop selling y'all catalogs because they digging these few M's, 100 M's in y'all face, and they gonna make more than that off of you forever. When you dead and gone, these corporate companies that already gave you 100 million, probably 20 years after before you died, and you might die in the next 10, 15 years. That catalog is gonna go up to about $2, $3 billion because it's always, and they only buying things that they know they can make money off of. Don't think they investing. If they spending 400, they gonna make 800. If they spend 800, they gonna make 2 billion. Know that. So when y'all get the concept of what really is, like, a lot of people, never they think the music business just is a fancy name. Yeah, it's music, but it's business at the day because money is being made. And when it's business, it's underhanded things that's going on. I don't care if it's dry cleaning. I don't care if it's car salesman. I don't care if it's in uh, um, real estate. It's always some underhand something. Somebody is. It's always going to be a greedy person. It's always going to be a person in any business that is invented in life. It's always going to be a person that wants more. They don't only want what they earning, they want what you got. Me, I'm a person, I don't want a penny more or a penny less of what I deserve, of what I've earned. If you give me 1,000, if I work for you and my fee is $1,000 and you give me $1,005, I'm gonna give you your $5 back because I don't want nothing no more than what I was deserved or what I earned. Now, if you giving it to me as a tip, cool. But other than that, I don't want no more than what I've worked for. And that's what that's the first lesson in business, man. Learn how not to be so greedy that you taking people's shares. You got to think everybody has a life. You think these record labels care if you got kids? Say you make a record label a few $1,000,000, right? First album you come out, you a star. Your sophomore album you flop. right? You think they got emotions or feelings to be like, yo, they don't care. They gonna look for the next artist. While they already fed and put their kids through college and they the kids that's not even born going college funds is paid up through you. Know that. Kids that's not even born yet, that's generational wealth. They making so much money off our blood, sweat, and tears that it's kids and generations that's not even born that's gonna eat off your blood, sweat, and tears. And it's been happening forever. That's the concept you gotta get in to know. That's what make you wanna really get in grind. I don't care if 5 people watch my lives, 1,000 people, and I know what the algorithm is. I study it. I see what it is. People love to see us degrading each other. It's entertaining when you're not going through it. A couple of weeks ago, I had 1,000 people on my live. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, 500,000 doing 20,000 views in a matter of an hour and 45 minutes. When you ain't got nothing negative going on, your algorithm won't jump. But you got to keep going hard and going and not getting discouraged and coming here dropping your content for the people that actually want to come listen to what you got to say. See, I don't come up here on no gossipy shit. I ain't doing that. I'm going to always inform y'all and give y'all informative information and my assessments on what I feel about what's going on. It's a lot of things that I see and I don't even comment on. I seen a lot. I seen a lot. I seen a lot of. Yo, this guy from Detroit, man. Right. Shout out to Detroit, to the D. Shout out to my guy Jay O'Neill. Right. Shout out to my guy Bodie James. Shout out to everybody that rock with me in Detroit. Right. Shout out to Queen. It's this guy that got a dirty nappy afro with an afro pick that was trying to call me out my name. See, this is the thing that these guys don't do no views and they don't have really no following. And they might have a little bit of subscribers, right? But what they do is try to throw something at you so you can catch it and then y'all have y'all little dialogue. And that's how people run traction to your channel. I done seen Zip take shots at me. I done seen this one. I don't got no time. Zip don't do what I do. Zip don't got Zip don't have the accolades I have in music. He don't have the business endeavors that I do. So I don't trip. I let people do what they do to get their ratings. I don't trip. Say what you want. But I know when it comes to music, I got more accolades and more leverage than mostly any nigga that's on YouTube. And that's a fact. Niggas ain't got accolades, niggas ain't got the albums, niggas ain't got the niggas ain't been on no stages, niggas ain't been on no tours, niggas ain't do nothing. Niggas ain't do a lot of niggas on YouTube ain't do nothing until they got on YouTube. Me, I've been doing me for the last 20 years. YouTube is entertainment and therapeutic for me. Why? Because I get to come here, share stories, share insight on people that actually might be going into the music business and they might need some insight on how this is really thing. It ain't no friends in this. Ain't no friends in the music business. Everything's about money. And you lucky if you can make a friend because you could it's not impossible to make friends. You can make friends, but long as y'all have a cordial relationship out of being friends with the business, because soon as the business get involved, the friends go out the way. But if you can have a business relationship and well as start a brotherhood or sister or a friendship in this business, that's dope. Because as time go on, y'all can, you know, share stories about how things come up. See me, yo, the reason why I say the music business is so whack because the energy that when I came in the music business in the '90s, when I used to go to these parties and see this one over there with that one and this one taking pictures with this and people not sitting around on smartphones and everybody dancing and this one, they're like, yo, if You go back, if you go watch, shout out to Choke No Joke. If you go to Choke No Joke and watch the Hip Hop Nucleus DVD, you'll see how New York used to partake in party life. The nightlife, the party life is dead. Everybody just go there to record on their smartphones. Nobody indulges in dancing, maybe a few. If it's 500 people in the club and only 3 to 10 people are dancing, that's not a fun party. That's why I don't go to the club. I go to the club to enjoy myself. You don't got no more battle crews, dancing battle crews, nothing, no more, because you can't go to the club. You got hookahs in the way, you got spots, it wasn't no such thing as a VIP spot. And if you wasn't a VIP spot, it was really a VIP spot. You could not get in a very VIP spot for very important people. You could not get in a barricade if it was a very important people. Back in the days of going to tunnel, anywhere you spot was your spot. You get your bottles with your bucket and you stand right there. That's your section. It wasn't paying 15, $2,000 to sit. Nah, it wasn't none of that. But people don't understand the game. The game is just it's just nasty. A lot of nasty. It's not fun. It just make you want to get your bag and get away from it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure these modules is on. Y'all can hear me. Gotta check this module. Make sure it's charged up. Set these modules. Okay. Yeah, I had to look at this thing. It's under the phone. It was blinking. Now it's back. All right, cool. But but yeah, man. Thank y'all for the ones that come here to actually get entertained and educated and informed by information. There's so many other platforms y'all can go to if y'all want the madness. The madness is just be madness. Jaja, why you flooding the chat like that? Matter of fact, I gotta get you out of here. Doing too much. But a lot of the soul of the game is dying. More and more, more and more, uh, music execs is retiring every day. You just don't know. Especially the ones that's been in the game since the '90s. They can't stand this era of music. When music stopped being tangible, when music stopped being hard copies, when you stop being able to connect with the artist, when you make the artist so accessible and took the mystique away from the artist through the social media, killed the music business. If you see somebody on your phone every day and you see what they eat, what their closet look like, what they driving with this, you ain't know what not unless you bumped into Nas out and about back in the days. You didn't know what Nas was driving. You didn't know what You didn't know what people lived and when they took the mystique away from the artist, it's giving too much access to the artist. So when you bump into an artist out on the streets, you might be excited, but it ain't like if you didn't see him. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why certain artists still have a certain mystique to them, like Nas, like Jay-Z, because you don't see them. You're not going to see them at the local spots. You're not going to see them at Starlets or none of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the game is dying, man. Get what you can get from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get what I can get from it. You know what I'm saying? And be grateful. Like I always tell y'all, be grateful. If you've been in the music business or been following the music, hip hop culture as long as I have, you can agree with me. You can. It don't even feel good no more. Music don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Music videos used to be like what we built our lifestyle off of. You used to look at the videos to get the style and all this. Everybody looked the same. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was young, I wanted to dress like Onyx. I wanted to dress like Wu Tang. I wanted to dress like Nas. I wanted to dress like Big Daddy Kane. I wanted to dress like this. You don't want to like people. Kid, like we not role models no more. We used to be superheroes. You know what I'm saying? The hip hop game used to be superheroes. You know what I'm saying? You used to hang these guys on your wall. You know what I'm saying? These, but yeah, we've been up here like 40 minutes. We just be talking games. But for the people that just tuning in, we talking about how the Clips was robbed by the Grammys tonight. Y'all filed for that, man. Y'all did y'all putting a lot of pressure on artists because if you know you doing something great and you get represented less than, you feel like you got to put in more work. And who say that they can do a bigger rollout or create another whole vibe and aesthetic around a project. This is why so many people get discouraged from the game and leave this shit because we we keep the Grammys at so high standard thinking they're gonna play fair, and it's a political payola game. It's who more popular, who's gonna spin that bag. Yeah, give us 1.5 million in some airtime. We'll give you the Grammy. That's not over the person that really deserve it. What is a award? What is a competition if it's rigged? How is it a competition? How can I be competitive if 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 my material that's better than this one and you how can I win? How? There's no way in hell I can win if the game is rigged. But the true fans of hip hop, the true people know when something's truly better. Truly better. I still haven't heard an album that's even coming close to Life After Death. An album's almost 30 years old. I haven't heard an album close to Life After Death. Beats, rhyme, structure, rollout, none of that. And Big died. You know what I'm saying? But that don't get Grammys. They don't get the top albums of all time or nothing. They just don't play fair. The people that's controlling our culture that was brought up from the streets, we don't control it. I remember just before Jewels left Def Jam, we used to be up in Def Jam, and this was around the time he was dropping the God Willing project. And we went up there, and it was so quiet up there. I was like, yo, how the hell is this a record label and you don't hear no music? Shit was like a dentist office, like something that need to be like. It was quiet. You can hear a pin drop in Def Jam records. Back in the days, you go to a record label, you playing music through every cuticle. Everybody sitting at their desk playing something different. Everybody's vibing and promoting and marketing a different artist. How you go to a record label and you don't hear no music? This is when I was like, oh, this shit is crazy. This shit feel like I'm walking through a library or something. This ain't hip hop music. This can't be Def Jam. It, music either banging from somebody's cuticle or somebody's office. And it was just like, I was like, wow, man, the game is really changing. You know what I'm saying? People be like, yo, why do you think you wasn't successful in music? And it wasn't that I didn't put in the work, because I put in a hell of a lot of work, right? I won't say I wasn't. I've did successful things in music, but to say why I go to a super successful plateau in the music is because the people that I was around, the people that I've put my career in their hands didn't genuinely want to see me win. They didn't have my best interest. at heart. It was that I was a tool that was used to get them where they needed to be. And once they got what they needed from it, they didn't give a fuck if I won or not. That's what the game does. You know what I'm saying? They'll will you on. They'll dangle this fantasy in front of your life. After you do your deed for them, they don't give a they'll get rid of you. Because they feel like they done did enough to get enough leverage to get it popping. Nobody I've ever worked with, I've felt that genuinely wanted me to win, especially the ones that's supposed to be the executives and the ones that's supposed to be controlling the situation far as being executive over the label that I was dealing with. Nobody wanted to genuinely see me win. They only wanted to see me win if they was winning. They didn't want to see me win. It wasn't ever. It was like, yo, I know, I know I can use him to get what I need, and I get this, I can go do me, and that's what niggas did. Nobody I've ever did from the Purple City situation to any one of them situations has never been um, uh, where people had my best interests at heart. It was always for they greater being. You know what I'm saying? For they greater gain. It was never about me. So that's why I feel like I didn't get to, go to where people expected me to go. And it's always been like that. But it's never too late. Like Pharrell said, it's never too late. And I'm about to shock the world. Reinvention, reinventment, reinventment. And once you reinvent and you take totally control of your destiny, you're going to win at anything you want to do in life. So my chapter in music ain't over. It's not. I know I talked the retirement shit, and that's how I was just feeling at the moment, and I still feel like that from day to day. But my journey's not over. I still got unfinished business. So until I finish this business, you know what I'm saying? I've invested too much to give up. You know what I'm saying? When you invest your hard blood, sweat, and tears, and time and years away from your family or something, it's against everything that you stand for to give up. Don't give up. Whatever you do, keep working at something. Don't give up. If you give up, all that time was wasted. I've been rapping professionally since I was 15, 16 years old. Rhyming since I was 9, but professionally on papers and doing deals since I was a young teen up to my age now. So it would be a disgrace and a waste of my time, and it'd just be a waste. It's just like what Cardozo Pop said to him, nothing in this world is worse than wasted talent. You know what I'm saying? And I refuse to waste my talent. And I refuse for people around me to waste their talent. If I can uplift them, even if I gotta tell them a story or just give them a different outlook, I'm gonna always uplift a person. You know what I'm saying? That put in a significant amount of time in something and not give up on it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta gracefully bow out, but sometimes if we re, re, uh, reevaluate our outlook on things, we can create a whole new, you know, situation for ourselves. But you got to be willing to reinvent. You got to be willing to reevaluate yourself. You got to be willing to put yourself around new people that actually want to see you win. You got to put yourself around people that has a clean spirit and a clean slate. And if y'all create a circle or a team, everybody is on the same accord. You're not gonna win if everybody got their own little journey that they trying to. The only way a team is gonna win if y'all initially doing something that's going. The team is gonna win. That's meaning if it's a 5-man team, we all gonna be benefit from this. Some people create situations where they only beneficial from it, and the people that actually put in the work gets the shit into the stick. And like I tell people, if you come here and get your pie, your slice of pie, You always gonna leave with a gem, especially if you in this game, especially if you second guessing, or you might be thinking of something that I said, and be like, yo, unreassure me of what's going on. I'm gonna just come here and tell you the truth. It is the game is too sour not to reveal the truth, especially when you're an artist and you actually want to see people win. When you come here, I'm gonna always give you the best uh, assessment on whatever's going on or whatever I can give to you. The game is not for the weak. The game is not for a weak. And if you got a weak stomach for things, go get you a job. But if you want to be in the music business, this shit is, you think the streets is rough and the street game and hustling. This shit is mixed with all the dynamics from the streets with with gangster executives, and I mean, and they gangster on paper, they not gangster on the streets. They know how to wrap you up in some paperwork that'll have your ass twisted for the next 25 years, that'll have you hating music. So, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you tune in, don't matter if it's 100 people, 30 people, I appreciate y'all time. And share these videos, share my experience with other people. You know, I read the chat sometimes and all that, but for the most part, I just come here and just try to give y'all um, great energy, positive energy, and good stories and good commentary. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying. The internet is just clogged up with a whole bunch of negative energy and shit, and I just try to break through that. And I might not be winning big because I'm coming with a different perspective on some positive shit, but I'd rather do this than to keep, you know, um, degrading my people. Mm. But we been here an hour, man. We gonna tune out. Like I said, the Grammys, y'all did bad by doing that to my niggas, the Clips, man. Shout out to Clips. Congratulations on y'all first Grammy anyway. But y'all deserve that album, the hip hop album of the year. Y'all deserve that. Y'all work hard for it. Y'all put out the material. It was well thought out. The whole rollout was dope. And y'all blessings gonna continue just because, by the powers that be don't, you know, always try to, try to always throw, a monkey wrench in the game, but that's how the game is played, man. But you can tell them brothers is not weak. They totally dedicated, you know, to their work, and like they say, man, shoot for next year, man. You know what I'm saying? Show people, you know what I'm saying? Uh, that y'all meant and y'all was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Kanye did it to him. They ain't give it to Kanye the first time neither. They snap a lot of people. I watch a lot of people get snapped by the Grammys, but this might have had to be one of the most disrespectful. Like it's just, you know what I'm saying. But for everybody that tuning in tonight, yo, hit the like button, hit the subscription, share, send that hype up, and yo, stay tuning in to Uncasa Lives. You know what I'm saying? Peace and have a blessed Sunday night. 100.